Hello everybody, and welcome back to Oakbridge. Bit of feed for the chickadees. There's not a lot of room left for the chickens, and we're not getting a lot of eggs off them. Don't know what I'm going to do about that bit of snow that just doesn't seem to go anywhere. Anywho, the grass has started to grow, so we could possibly get some more fertiliser on that. It's April now, which is even more shocking that the snow hasn't gone. We've got quite a bit now out of this. I'm still getting rid of it. This is going. I'll have a quick check in a minute. Somewhere to sell this as well. I like the idea of putting a little shop up for ourselves. I just don't know where to put it. Ideally I'd like it on the edge of that main road, but that would involve buying that field, and that's quite an expensive thing for a small farm shop, isn't it? It is the perfect space to put it though. Although maybe we could put it around the edge side. We need to get the wood chips out of here, and I'm also a little bit worried as this has yet to produce anything, probably because we didn't turn anything on. That would have been it. Right. This I'm going to pull down instantly. Now this is a great spot if we wanted to put a silage clump. But it's also a great spot if we wanted to put some greenhouses. And now I'm thinking maybe a chicken coop here. Or something. Either way, the grass texture, I have to say, Oxygen David's blended it beautifully. You can't tell. We're not on the field here, but we are on the field here. Absolute belting job of it. Anywho, first job this morning, I've loaded up a little convoy for ourselves. Take this up to the place where we sell it. Can't remember the name of it. Actually gives enough money for our homemade greenhouses. Let's have a quick look at sell points. I've never actually been through the sell points. Where are they going to be? Here we go. I'm sure there's like something like that. It's a little small farm kiosk, and as you put stuff in, it fills up. The only problem is we don't own that land. put it there, but then people have got to come in. It's not the greatest of spots to put it. Here, which is somebody's garden, would be ideal. If we had here, that would be okay. If we had here, if we had that field, we could actually pop it in there, couldn't we? And then there's room for people to come in. Yeah, that's a really good spot for it. Depending on what it'll take. Most of the produce, it would appear. Maybe in the future. So we've got a Bowser that we can put water in. We need a water pump. I've tried out a couple of wells and I can't seem to get any water out of them. Also, the main reason why we need to be making some money, having played around with the sheep pasture, I think I've done a ruddy good job of mapping it in. Essentially, it just looks like a feed trough, but I've not checked it since we've moved into April and the grass has started to grow, but I think it's going to look pretty sweet, and we've got plenty more work that we can do on it, but we could do with some money in the bank before we play around with it. So we could actually go get some animals. We're probably going to need an animal trailer though, aren't we? Didn't I buy one and then get rid of it? I feel like I did. Might be coming back here quite a bit today. That's where we drop off, isn't it? Couldn't even guess at this rate how much money this is going to give us. £3 on that. It's decent. Oh, hello. That was more than I was expecting. We're on hard difficulty. Alright. Let's pull up a minute and get on the store. No, nothing vintage. So I need something to get. I can change this trailer to put the wood chip in. We need something to put some animals in. Should we buy something? I suppose realistically we're going to be I'm loving the idea of that. £1,500 will give us one cow, two sheep. That'd be quite a few trips, wouldn't it? That's £6,000. That's a tiny amount of money for. But how would you simulate it with these trailers? 1,500 quid or 6 grand. I mean, could just lease for now. It's spring, it's April, so it's season for the youngsters. But we can afford to get fully grown. Could do with finding out what the gestation periods are. It'd be nice if we could get them lambing in the spring every year. I'm assuming goats lamb the same as sheep. Might not be the case. I thought they'd be pretty similar though, surely. 6 grand for the trailer though. I could just lease it. Tell you what we do need. I need a workbench because I can't change my trailer, can I? There is a really good shed. Did I download it? Is it Rissac that's modded it? I mean, to be fair, 10 grand, that looks... That would require losing these to make space though, wouldn't it? We've got to go down the store anyway. So, big shop. I'm going to come back to you when I've done this big shop and work out what it is that we need. I'm going to come back to you. Okay. I've bought some implements for the skid steer loader, so we make better use of that, which we've got to drop off. I've picked up a deadwood contract, which I don't have to rush through, but I've also picked up a wood transport job, which we do need to rush through because there's a time limit on that. So I'm going to load off what we've got. The skid steer loader doesn't fit on our garden business, unfortunately. The trailer for that, it won't fit on there, which is annoying. I thought it would. There is a bigger version we can get, but we are gonna definitely bring in the goats. What have I bought? I've picked up the grab that we used last episode. This is a stone picker. Ooh. So we'll be able to get the stones out of the ground. Excellent. Put that there for now. Great job of putting some asphalt on there. You can't even see the difference, apart from the ground texture where it's not been. Very impressed with that. And this bucket, I'm hoping I'll be able to get the wood chip out of here with. And no. So I bought that and I don't need it. Okay. That's fine. Live and learn. I don't need to rush to get the deadwood done. I think because we've got the metal struts on the back, I think we could do the wood transport contract on that. Do you reckon this would take the trailer fit onto that? I mean, it's 100% worth a go, isn't it? There's no ramps on that trailer, unfortunately. I can't drive my skid steer up to it. No, it's a ball itch, isn't it? It's not going to work. Nope. So, can we ask you to go up to... Oh, damn it, where is it? There. No. I'll have to do it myself, which is a lot of walking. I may as well come back to you, because I've also leased an animal trailer. We want to go get ourselves some goats. Silage isn't ready yet, so might need to hold off on the cows at the moment, unless we get really young ones. I've just had to jump back in here because I'm excited, because I've just bought that trailer. I've traded the little one in. I thought, let's just get the big one, and I only lost 500 quid on the small trailer. I've come up here to get these I'm happy with that, and the deformation is so tricky. However, look at all the wood and stuff around here, and this has got me thinking maybe at some point, with all the rocks and everything, it'd be pretty cool to have an area like this. And do something with it. Right, I said goats, but this might be a bit of a struggle to get. I should be able to have time to get goats. I think this is going to take me a while, and I think it could be quite entertaining. I'm going to do a speed cut on this, because if we bought something like this, it's massive, but look at all that space. What could you do with it? What could you do with it? But there's 2 or 3 of these scattered around this map. Come on. Come on. There you go. There's going to be 2 trips. Although I've got that trailer at the back, haven't I? I'll leave this here. So let's have a look, see how we get on, shall we? Whee! Three deep's a bit. It's going to be 2 trips, definitely. Definitely more than 1. Last one. Now then, can I squeeze this on? What if? Is that going to connect? Oh yes! Now do you like them apples? Let's strap this properly. And then connect up that trailer. Oh, that's hanging over the back a bit, isn't it? I'm quite impressed with this little trailer. I managed to get 12 trees on the first run. Ooh, yeah, that's going to be a bit of a problem, isn't it? The deformation on the ground is... it's really good. I have to say. Really good, because as you're going along, once you've flattened it down, it does become flat. You just end up bumping up when you're going off it. That's going to be an issue, I think. Let's reverse on. Okay, so if we get to there. Looks about right to me. Strap her up. Okay. I should be very careful with corners. Look at this, filthy. Yes, 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 yes. I'm glad I've brought the big dog to pull all of this weight. But to be fair though, the 12 trees on the trailer on its own, it didn't struggle. What we got here, 6 or 7? And the teleskid, which has just been fantastic. So money wise, we're down to 20,000. What are we doing for time? We can get the goats in. I'm confident with that. Maybe not the greenhouses. Thing is with the goats, I forgot to show you, didn't I? When we were over at the farm. I see it will be a dairy farm. We've got a field to make the grass. We've got our well, a bit worried about the bend there, but we're okay. We need to get the cows in. We've got the trailer, so we sort of should do it at the same time. I don't want to. We haven't got silage yet, that's a problem. So maybe we should just hold. Could keep the lease going, couldn't we? We can definitely get the goats in, but all I've done is put it down. I've not added any bits yet, and I'm thinking some trees and bushes instead of fencing. Maybe a little shed for them to go in, you know. They'll be birthing at some point, so a shed would be quite handy. It's quite a good contract for this, because it's time consuming, but it's not bad because we haven't got that far to go. Hopefully it'll pick that up. Contract finished. Oh, let's collect that. 4,800. That's good. Obviously there are massive jobs that we could do to make big money, as we've already done, but this is a bit more in keeping with what we're trying to do. Right, I'll drop these off, shut the gate that we've just drove through. Then I'm going to run down to the store, pick up that trailer, and I'll see you back at the dairy farm, because we'll have a look at doing some improvements to it before we go and get the goats. Need to put some water in somewhere as well, don't I? Yeah, I suppose I can. There's a river at the bottom. I can just go and get some out of there, can't I? We'll sort that out when we get to it. Okay, trailer is in or on. We're going to go and have a bit of landscaping for the goods, and then we'll go pick them up. I went to drop everything off at the small holding, and then realised I got the Deadwood contract, so I've just took everything over on the trailers over to there. Well, I may as well just stack them all on the back of that flatbed trailer. I do need to turn that into a produce trailer, I think, in order to put the wood chip in it. But that might be for another day. But then we'll also get about £5 back for the other wood sawmill. Right, there it is. And I'll drive around. I'm actually considering getting rid of that shed, you know, and putting our own little garage and workshop and stuff. We've totally not got the money at the minute, but let's have a quick check on that again. %. So possibly next episode we could be in a position to get cows. Now goats, are we going to go for the older or the younger? Now this patch of grass points out where the fence would be. So it should be all the way along here. So it blends in really nicely. There's a wall that, let's be honest, goats are going to get over that. But these are going to be really well behaved goats, and they're not going to do that. Hopefully. However, I mean, this has already been saved, so just because of the way that Oxy's done the grass, it just blends in beautifully together. But we want to make that look a little bit more fancy for the goats, don't we? So I mean, we could possibly bit of dirt, of course. That's a square. Bit of dirt around there. A little bit over there. That's where the eatings area is, I think. No, let's put some bushes. Tree? We want some trees, don't we? We're definitely having a cherry tree, because I bloody love these cherry trees. On there. Why not? Absolutely. Not that I ate that tree. Don't know why I said that. Oak tree. Jesus, not that big. Want a bit of shade from now and again, don't you? Yeah. Wowzers. I've never seen that before. Took me by surprise. That's a bit better. I think some of these are a bit bigger than I was expecting. That's more like it. What's this one got? Not going anywhere, that is it. Yeah, it don't need to be that big. That seems a bit better. A bit more like a hedgerow. Is the sort of angle I'm going at. Costing a fair bit, isn't it? And then we probably want to mix something in between with them. Without deleting the ones that we've just paid to put down. Ideally. No, not having anything there. Okay, what about another one of those fancy ones then? Oh, come on, you've done it now. Put something in there at least. Nice. Not there, but that's your entrance, I suppose. I'm quite happy with that, actually. And then decorations. Others, maybe there's going to be an old shed of something there, isn't there? That looks somewhere for them to go and have a bit of a chill out. You know what I mean? Have a rest. They might, when they're birthing and things. There is that. What about 600 quid for that? Isn't a bad price though, was it? Could stick something like that. I don't think we've got any sort of straw basin, but just give them a bit of a shelter out of the inclement weather. Quite like the idea of putting a shed in, actually. All sorts of bits and bobs here as well, aren't they? Put them a pool. Somewhere to play. Splish splash. Old mattress. That won't open, will it? No, that would have been pretty cool. These have all got concrete bases, which is a bit of a shame, because that's not really what I wanted. Well, I like that. I feel like that might be the best. However, I'll tell you what we've got that rackety old yeah. That was risky, wasn't it? Tell you what, I've been pretty lucky with that. I don't think that's bled. about underneath. There isn't any... forest around it. Looks a bit more like straw, doesn't it? Forest ground. Yeah. Yeah. Looks like you got a bit of straw on the go. Why is it so blocky? And then maybe blend in a bit of animal mud with it. That looks quite nice. Bit of where they're feeding. That don't look too bad at all, actually. Ooh. Oh, this is lovely. Maybe put... let's block that off for them as well. Ooh, he's got a bit of flower action on. No. Yes. That's better. Just break that line so they're not wandering up, wondering what's in there, and they've got a nice little area there. That's looking good. $47. Gestation periods 5 months. Puberty, oh no, goats might be different. 5 months, puberty in 16 months. Ooh, I think we need to go top end. And we need to get some water and feed. I will go and fill this trailer up with goats and come back to you because we're about out of time. Alright, thanks for that, Katie. Lovely. Got us 4 goats. £3,111 worth of goatage. There we are. Very nimble on the feet, very good at staying still, as you would expect. They're good at climbing things. Now obviously in the winter we're in spring, so those trees and bushes are in full bloom at the minute. As they should be, because we've just spent a fortune on getting them from the garden centre. But in the winter that'll all sort of die off a bit, and we may have to... There may be some other things that we do, some improvements, some accoutrements that we put in there. It's been my word of the day all of a sudden. But we need to... we'll get these back. And we go straight in with... we need to get some water, don't we? I think we'll be able to get it from the stream at the bottom of the hill. I hope. I really hope, because those wells didn't seem to work. I tried them out and the triggers just wouldn't work for me. Oh yes, now it's starting to feel like a farm. Surprisingly. It's gonna bit of deformation there. Yes, that's almost tempted to yep. Out you get, goats. Goats. Straight in for it. Straight in for it. Having a good old gander about, aren't they? Let's quickly... oh, there might actually be water in here already. Yeah, there's not. Alright, it's a good chance to test out, see if we can whip down there. I mean, this is also a field I think we should possibly look at getting. Because it's very steep and I don't know what you do with it. I don't know how deep that is. No, love a bit of river water. Who doesn't? Yes, the dog loves any dirty water that you can get into for a drink. Way more than tap water. Yes, that's steep, isn't it? Look how this is struggling. Look at that smoke. So I'm tempted to... the dog's come to have a look. I'm tempted to take that stone shed down the other side, but really I should get some skips in and get some guys in to come and clear all of the bits and bobs we've got, couldn't I? Oh yeah. Right, let's get them some hay. And we're about out of time. So we're definitely out of time. We're already out of time. I'm happy with how this episode's ended up now. Perfect. That's a crisp bit of hay for them. Put that. We can move some of these bits. Tin bath, they might enjoy a tin bath to play in. Tyres. Got tyres on Hootan Pantai. They love it. And I should say, as we're very closely out of time, I do hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you have, please drop us a like. If you're not subscribed yet, feel free to hit the subscribe button. And until next time, thought I was let me pet it. Thank you so much for watching, and bye bye for now. Oh, you crashed into each other while I was taking a picture.